Well, here's an issue for the philosophers out there, and you don't need to be a philosopher to really follow this, but I need to cash it out a little bit for you. So let me read the question. If knowledge is justified true belief, and God is all-knowing, doesn't that mean God's knowledge must be justified? In other words, there has to be good reasons that God has for the things he thinks he knows. But if God doesn't take in knowledge or derive his beliefs from reasons, then how could his knowledge be justified? This trades on the notion that the way we characterize knowledge is that you first must believe the thing that you think you know, you think that it's true, and it must be true, and you have to have good reasons for believing it's true. In other words, you didn't get the right answer by accident. If you get the right answer by accident, that's not knowledge. But if you get the right answer because of good reasons, well, then that's knowledge. Well, God is all-knowing. But how did he get to his knowledge is the question. It doesn't seem like he kind of thought it through and gathered a bunch of reasons why the things about the world are true to him. And if he didn't gather the reasons why the things in the world are true to him, then he doesn't have justification. And if he doesn't have justification, then how can it be called knowledge? And my answer is, it seems to me that there are different ways to justify some knowledge. When I ask you, for example, do you know what you're thinking? And I think you would say, yes, I do. But I'd ask you, how do you know? You certainly don't know by your five senses. You don't know because some other authority told you what you were thinking. You don't know through any of these other standard ways of knowing. The way you know your own mind is you know it directly. You have immediate and direct access to it. And in fact, your access to the thoughts of your own mind are incorrigible. That is, they can't be mistaken. When you behold the thoughts of your mind, it couldn't be that you think you're thinking about, lunch, and you're actually thinking about the Dodger game or something like that. I mean, that's the nature of direct awareness, direct knowledge, immediate awareness. So there's an example of how you don't have a series of reasons, but you have a way of knowing that justifies the knowledge you have. I think something like that is true about God. God is omniscient. That is, he knows everything. But how does he know everything? There are different ways to characterize that. Some might say that he knows things because he sees everything after a fashion, and there's a perceptive element that allows him to know all facts just because he beholds them. Some might argue that it's a brute fact of God's nature, that he is omniscient. So all the knowledge is contained in his mind, which he is, in a certain sense, constantly beholding in his mind, and he has direct access to the contents of his own mind. So God knows and has reasons why he can trust the knowledge, but they're different than the kinds of reasons that we have. He has a direct access to that. He has a direct awareness of that, and his access is incorrigible. So I don't know why that needs to violate the standard of knowledge of justified true belief. It's just that God justifies his belief in a different way than we do, in an incorrigible way pertaining to all the facts of reality. Therefore, he has knowledge of everything.